Learn English to Hindi, substantial, significant, decisive, relevant in
Hindi.
Welcome to your word mission. Hey, you are about to learn some very useful English to Hindi words, and yes, we will do it without sounding like a sleepy dictionary. Get ready to meet big, serious words with surprisingly dramatic personalities. Today your core words are substantial, significant, decisive, and relevant. In Hindi, they are
पर्याप्त, महत्वपूर्ण, निर्णायक,
and.
प्रासंगिक.
Think of them as four co-workers in a meeting. One brings a huge pile of useful material, that is.
पर्याप्त,
One says, please pay attention, I matter, that is.
महत्वपूर्ण,
One slams the table and makes the final call, that is.
निर्णायक,
And one points at the only detail that actually fits the topic, that is.
प्रासंगिक.
By the end, you will know who is who. Meet substantial. Let us start with a word that sounds like it eats a serious breakfast. Substantial is strong, ample, and definitely not tiny. Substantial in Hindi is.
पर्याप्त,
Say it slowly.
पर्याप्त.
Example. We made substantial progress this week. In Hindi.
हमने इस सप्ताह पर्याप्त प्रगति की.
Example. The company received substantial support. In Hindi.
कंपनी को पर्याप्त समर्थन मिला.
Funny memory trick. Imagine a tiny mouse ordering a giant pizza. The box opens, angels sing, and the pizza is labeled.
पर्याप्त,
That is not a snack. That is substantial. Meet significant. Now we meet the word that walks into the room wearing glasses and carrying a clipboard. It matters, and it knows it. Significant in Hindi is.
महत्वपूर्ण,
Again.
महत्वपूर्ण.
Example. This change is significant. In Hindi.
ये बदलाव महत्वपूर्ण है.
Example. She played a significant role in the project. In Hindi.
उसने परियोजना में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाई.
Memory trick. Imagine a golden stamp falling from the sky onto one paper only. The paper glows and says.
महत्वपूर्ण,
The other papers are jealous, obviously. Meet decisive. This word does not just matter. This word decides the result. It is the final goal, the last vote, the dramatic movie twist. Decisive in Hindi is.
निर्णायक,
Say it with confidence.
निर्णायक.
Example. The final vote was decisive. In Hindi.
अंतिम वोट निर्णायक था.
Example. Her decisive action changed the result. In Hindi.
उसकी निर्णायक कार्रवाई ने परिणाम बदल दिया.
Memory trick. Picture a referee, a judge, and a chess master all sharing one giant hammer. On the hammer it says.
निर्णायक,
Very subtle, not at all dramatic. Meet relevant. And now, the hero of every good meeting and every good exam answer. The word that means connected to the topic, useful to the point, and not random banana information. Relevant in Hindi is.
प्रासंगिक,
Say it clearly.
प्रासंगिक.
Example. This information is relevant to the case. In Hindi.
ये जानकारी मामले के लिए प्रासंगिक है.
Example. Please include only relevant details. In Hindi.
कृपया केवल प्रासंगिक विवरण शामिल करें.
Funny memory trick. Imagine a cat in a business meeting. It ignores everything until someone says one useful fact. Then the cat nods wisely and meows.
प्रासंगिक,
A mini story in the office jungle. Now let us put the words into one silly little story, because your brain loves stories almost as much as it loves snacks. On Monday, your team enters a meeting room with exactly 3 pens, 1 broken chair, and a mountain of reports. The boss says, "Good news, we made substantial progress this week." You whisper to yourself.
पर्याप्त,
Single quote. Then the manager points at one page and says, "This is a significant update." You think.
महत्वपूर्ण,
Single quote. Suddenly everyone argues about what to do next until the final customer email arrives. That email changes everything. It is decisive.
निर्णायक.
Then Ravi starts talking about his cousin's goat, his favorite noodles, and a mysterious umbrella. The boss sighs and says, "Please, only relevant details." That is.
प्रासंगिक,
Poor Ravi. His umbrella story will never recover. Quick contrast drill. Let us sharpen the meanings so the words do not all sit in your brain wearing the same hat. Substantial means large, ample, or considerable.
पर्याप्त,
Significant means important or meaningful.
महत्वपूर्ण,
Decisive means it determines the outcome.
निर्णायक,
Relevant means directly connected to the matter.
प्रासंगिक,
So if the team made big progress, use.
पर्याप्त,
If one detail really matters, use.
महत्वपूर्ण,
If one action changed the result, use.
निर्णायक,
If one fact fits the topic, use.
प्रासंगिक.
Speak with me. Now it is your turn. Repeat after me like a brave language champion with excellent imaginary background music. Substantial.
पर्याप्त,
Significant.
महत्वपूर्ण,
Decisive.
निर्णायक,
Relevant.
प्रासंगिक.
We made substantial progress.
हमने पर्याप्त प्रगति की.
This point is significant.
ये बिंदु महत्वपूर्ण है.
The final vote was decisive.
अंतिम वोट निर्णायक था.
This detail is relevant.
यह विवरण प्रासंगिक है.
Tiny quiz, big drama. Let us see if the words are sticking. No pressure. Well, maybe tiny dramatic pressure. Question 1. What is the Hindi word for substantial? Answer.
पर्याप्त,
Question 2. What is the Hindi word for significant? Answer.
महत्वपूर्ण,
Question 3. What is the Hindi word for decisive? Answer.
निर्णायक.
Question 4. What is the Hindi word for relevant? Answer.
प्रासंगिक.
Bonus question. Which word would you use for the final move that changes the whole game? Yes.
निर्णायक.
The chessboard applauds. Memory hooks you can actually use. Before we finish, let us glue these words into your memory with quick mental pictures. 4.
पर्याप्त,
Imagine a huge box full of books. It is heavy, full, and substantial. 4.
महत्वपूर्ण,
Imagine a golden stamp on an important document. 4.
निर्णायक.
Imagine the final whistle, final vote, or final chess move. 4.
प्रासंगिक.
Imagine a highlighter marking only the exact line you need. If your brain ever mixes them up, ask, is it big, important, outcome changing, or directly connected? Then choose.
पर्याप्त, महत्वपूर्ण, निर्णायक,
Or.
प्रासंगिक.
See you next time. Nice work. You just trained with 4 high-value Hindi words and survived the office goat story. Thank you for listening and practicing with me. Keep repeating.
पर्याप्त, महत्वपूर्ण, निर्णायक,
And.
प्रासंगिक.
Out loud, use them in your own sentences, and come back for more English to Hindi practice soon. You are doing great, so keep going.